This is a really strange letter. Here you go. So my car is about to die on me. I've considered buying a bike for some time now, but I have done some research and I've heard that the upkeep on any bike can make the savings on gas and the other perks not really savings at all. Living in Denver with all the sunny days, I would love to have a bike, but does anyone have any suggestions or at least any advice on what type of bike would be good on gas but still reasonable on tires and other maintenance issues? Please let me know. Thanks, Kelsey.
Well, now that is an interesting kind of a question. Kelsey, it begs a question right out of the front of my brain when you make a statement like that is, aren't you doing any maintenance on your car? Is that why your car's dying?
Well, yeah, if you're not doing maintenance, it's got to be crapping out left and right.
I'm telling you want maintenance costs. Maintain an automobile, it costs you more than a damn motorcycle.
And the other thing about a motorcycle, too, is in a lot of ways, a motorcycle is a labor of love. I think that, when we talk about working on brakes and the kind of thing that you were just doing there, to me, that's a relaxing, fun Sunday afternoon.
Sure.
Get something done, got some pieces fixed, got some accomplished, didn't finish the whole bike, doesn't really matter.
Right.
I got to have that sort of zen in the art of motorcycle maintenance. So if you're just evaluating the difference between a motorcycle and a car based on maintenance and tires, that's kind of not what we're about, because all of us here are we're such motorcycle fanatics. We love motorcycles so much that it's hard for me. I couldn't make that kind of a judgment. I'm prejudiced, man.
For sure.
If I had a choice between a car and a motorcycle, and they said you could only ride one thing, you could only have one thing.
No question.
And a motorcycle,
but
But
let me say this to Kelsey. Kelsey, is it?
Yeah, it's Kelsey.
Kelsey, I need to tell you too that if you maintain your motorcycle, it doesn't matter what you get.
Right.
There isn't really a bad motorcycle out there today on the major markets.
No.
Whatever you want to pick up, as far as what you're comfortable with, power and size and things like that, that's personal. That's up to you.
Yeah.
But once you get it, when you get it, get a manual for it.
Yep.
If you can read, you can do these things that you just saw me do on the show if you're watching. Okay? Because it's not rocket science. It's right there. You learn to use a few simple tools, and you can do it. And if you maintain that motorcycle and do what you're supposed to, keep your oil fresh, keep your tire pressures up, make sure your chain tensions are proper, all of that sort of thing, that motorcycle is going to be less of a maintenance cost to you than an automobile. Now, if you take it into the shop and say, "Gee, Blow Joe, will you please check my motorcycle out and do the service on it for the 15,000 miles," they're going to ding you pretty hard for it.
They're going to get you, man. That's their job.
So learn to do it yourself is the ticket, and it's easy.
Well, and the thing is, if you buy some flying piece of junk from somebody that's, pissing oil out of all the orifices.
If you want to do that, call us. We know some people.
I got some guys that got bikes like that, but you don't want to do that, So I think that you have to decide if riding is what you want to do, then certainly it can be more enjoyable and rewarding than a car. Right. I'll say that. It can be more, but will it replace the car for you? I don't know. It snows in Denver. You going to ride a bike in the snow? Are you going to take the bus then? What are you going to do? You got to think about these things.
Sure.
I know people who ride 364 days a year. And it's 365 days a year. And no, I'm just kidding. I knew it was 364. But. There are people that ride through everything, and if you're one of those diehards, man, go for it, But I'm here to tell you, man, if there's 6 inches of snow out there and a bunch of and it's hail and dogs, you don't want to be riding a bike in that crap,
Of course not. But I think Kelsey gets the idea that it's all in the maintenance and keeping the thing the way it ought to be. Yeah. So,
but let me point to this in terms of maintenance, and then I'll let it go. There's no such thing as a Harley junkyard. They simply don't exist. There are Japanese motorcycle junkyards.
Yes, there are. There's one right here in Denver.
There's one right here in Denver. You can go down there and find all kinds of junk Japanese bikes, and they'll be happy to sell you parts of it. There is not anywhere in the world a Harley junkyard, which means every part that they ever made is still in service, or somebody's fixing it up to ride it again.
Right.
So that tells you about longevity and quality of the item. So that's what I'll say about that.
Well, on a lighter note, on a lighter note, I think we have an update here.
We have an update? A squirrel? What?
Well, no. I have an update in the Win a Ride with Trash contest.
You do?
I do indeed.
You do?
We're going to run it open for that, or are we just going to...
What?
This lady, the lovely Suzanne, win a ride with trash.
Yeah.
bring the goddamn
pictures
for a ride with trash.
Yeah.
Ride trash.
Yeah.
I have my standards. Which, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I do have my standards.
I have.
We've had some wonderful entries into the Win a Ride with Trash contest.
8 nipples.
Yeah, absolutely. Who could ask for more? Wherever you turn, there's a nipple.
8
That's
nipples.
wonderful, pal. I'm telling you, there's nothing
man.
like that
I mean,
at all.
you'd be flogging yourself with nipples.
And we have
like nipple soup, you know.
And we have a dandy. We have a dandy that just came in the last couple of days.
Oh yeah,
a lovely young lady named Morgan wishes to win a ride with the Trash Man. And I'm not going to go over the whole entry with you or anything. I just want to suffice it to say that she's in the front run and she's got some interesting points on why she deserves to ride with the Trasher.
And I think the number one thing, can we tell her what the number one thing is about Wanda Rider's Trasher? Is the fact that she mentioned that ultimately she wants to build her own bike.
That's right.
And if you want to get near and dear to our hearts, man, all you got to do is say, I love riding, I want to learn how to ride, but my goal in this exercise is to learn how to build my own bike.
You got to mean it.
And you got to mean it and want to do it, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it when you start from scratch. But I tell you what, I looked at the way this girl looks and I looked at the letter and I tell you, it reeked of sincerity.
Oh, I think so. I've had further communication with her, and I'm sold that she's sincere.
She's the real deal.
And this is something that she's interested in. And I don't mean ride with me, folks. I mean, she wants to learn this whole motorcycle deal. She's got a desire to get into the motorcycle lifestyle.
That is great.
And do it right. So, Morgan, you're definitely in the running, darling. I hope you watch tonight. Thanks again for the entry, and we'll keep on going from here. And I think with that, we're about done for tonight, aren't we?
Let me just flag a couple of things that I want to talk about that were coming up next. Kickstart TV. We were going to talk about. We have coming up a really interesting piece on the Susie Davidson Chopper. This is a bike that's been put up by John or Bonnie. We're not going to have time to get to that tonight, John. I'm sorry, but we're going to try to get to it next week. We have over 20 pictures of this very interesting Susie Davidson. It's a Suzuki Davidson that John put together. I got to tell you, he used nothing but class act parts, and it's a killer bike that he got done with. It's interesting, It's interesting. It's sort of like the mating of cats and dogs, but it's a killer looking chopper, man. It's sort of, and I told John this, that what I felt this bike really does is it transcends the brand. It's like it doesn't matter what brand it is. It's just a good looking chopper when he's done with it.
Right.
So we're going to do that next week, John. Sorry that
I'm looking forward to it, folks. I haven't seen these photos yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
It's pretty interesting.
As you know, I like photos.
I know you like photos. We have some other stuff we're going to try to get down next week. One of the bikes that we saw tonight that we got from 23deluxe.com was a BMW with a Volkswagen motor in it. This is a weird kit that went out in like the 60s or something, and believe it or not, Patrick down at 23deluxe.com actually has one of these sitting in his backyard and is going to be working on it. He told me a great story about it. When he went to get it, a tree had grown up through the frame. So the first thing I had to do was saw the tree down.
That doesn't make it wet your pants. I'll tell you what, I can't imagine what would. That's great. Well, I look forward to that too.
So anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, more breaks coming up, and we got a lot of great stuff coming up next. Don't forget, folks, www.kickstarttv.com. You've got to go in, join the garage, put your pictures up there. You put your pictures up. They're going to be on the show. Be a part of Kickstart TV, not just an observer. Come on and be a part of the show. Skype in and join us live. Join us on the chat room. Don't forget that we all want to read your email. It's warren@kickstarttv.com and trash@kickstarttv.com.
Send them in. Let us hear from you about the Equipment Shed segment, whatever you got. Pictures, bitches, gripes. I want to hear them. I want to know. I'm here to try to answer those questions for you or deal with your gripes if I did something wrong. So thanks again.
Great show.
And looking forward to seeing you again next week. Be right back. Be here with us again. Please. We love having you. And all the folks in the chat room, we love you. Crew, we love you. Great job to the crew. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Kickstart TV, the show that cares about what you've got to say about the world of motorcycling and motorcycle building.
Oh, I've got a helmet. I got a beauty.